Daniel, babe, are you okay? What happened? Don't tell me your nerves got the better of you. I didn't think you were that type of person.
Yeah, sorry, I don't know what came over me. And today of all days, I was really looking forward to meeting your parents. I hope they weren't too disappointed that I wasn't able to meet them today. Ever since I was a little kid, I've had trouble controlling my tummy on big occasions. It hasn't happened for a while. I thought perhaps I'd grown out of that phase. But I guess the enormity of the event got the better of me. After all, meeting your future parents-in-law for the first time, that's one of the biggest things I've ever had to do. I hope they can forgive me and still let me marry their daughter. Anyway, sorry, the doctor is just coming around now. I'm actually on a saline drip right now. It seems to be working. My tummy has settled down a fair bit. And I'm not feeling so dizzy and nauseous.
You went to the hospital? I didn't know it was that serious. Which hospital did you go to? I'll go there right now.
No, there's no need for you to come. I'm almost finished. I'll be fine, I promise. You stay there at your parents' and spend some time with them. It's been a while since you've been home, right? Your parents will be devastated if you took off straight away too. Once I'm back to full strength, I'll make time in my schedule to visit again properly.
Yes, but I'm still very worried about you. I want to be there for you.
Trust me, I'm fine. Well, I will be soon. Physically, I'll be fine, but I think I'm going to be mentally scarred for a while. I mean, it took such a long time for us to organize our schedules so that we could finally all meet. And when we finally all get the chance to meet up, this happens. And of all places, it had to happen right in front of your parents' place. The timing is terrible.
There's nothing you can really do about your nerves. And if your tummy is going to turn on you like that, there's not much you can do about that either. I probably didn't tell you, but when I met your parents for the first time, I was also a nervous wreck. I thought I was going to have a heart attack. It was beating so fast.
I guess it happens to the best of us. Could you apologize to your parents on my behalf? Tell them I'm extremely sorry that I wasted their time today.
Don't worry about that. They are not angry at all. In fact, they're also rather worried about your condition.
I'll make sure to check my schedule and we can arrange a new date to get together. Okay, thanks. Let them know that once I'm finished on my drip, I'm gonna have a quick physical checkup. I figured while I'm here, I should make sure there's nothing else wrong with me. The doctors here are pretty good at looking after their patients. My doctor even suggested I could stay overnight for a more thorough checkup. I think I might take him up on that idea. After all, he is the one with a medical degree. I think I should trust his opinion.
Is your tummy really that bad? I'm not doubting you, I just never knew you were prone to attacks like this.
It usually only happens when I'm under a fair bit of stress or really feeling the pressure. For it to happen like this in front of your parents' place, I guess I must have been more stressed than I thought. I'm sorry to have left you there while I came to the doctors. I hope it didn't cause any problems.
Don't worry about me. I'm fine. After all, this was my childhood home. I still have a room set up and everything. My parents are more than happy to have me around for a few days.
That's good to hear.
Let me know if there's anything you need. Anything at all.
Thanks, I'll let you know if I think of anything.
While we're chatting, I don't know if this is the time to bring it up, but after we got through this weekend, the plan was for both of our families to get together next weekend. Remember?
Oh yeah, that's right.
And we were going to check out the church and reception center too. Do you think it might be better if we postpone those plans just for a little bit? I don't want to rush into things if you're not fully recovered.
That's a good point, not just for my health though. It wouldn't feel right getting everyone together and discussing those things when I haven't even formally met your parents yet. Call me old-fashioned, but I'd rather get your father's approval in person before we go ahead with the planning. I hate to have to ask you this, but could you contact the wedding planner and have them change the dates?
Sure, that's no problem. Leave it to me.
Thanks, that's a great help. I know it's only a quick physical that I'm undertaking. but it's still gonna take a night in the hospital. There's no guarantee of how I'm gonna be feeling or how much time I'll have on my hands from tomorrow. I'll let you know when I hear anything from the doctor.
Okay, great. No stress, though. Just let me know when you have the time. Also, when you get home, don't worry about cleaning up or anything. I know we left your place in a bit of a mess, but I don't want you overdoing it in your condition. If there's anything I can do from here, let me know.
Okay, thank you for that.
Great. Okay, take care of yourself. I'll speak to you soon.
Hello, nice to meet you. Is this Rebecca's phone?
Yes, it is. Who may I ask is calling?
Oh, great! I'm so glad you replied. I don't know what I would have done if you had have ignored me. Anyway, my name is Gladys. Perhaps the name sounds familiar?
No, I'm sorry to say the name doesn't ring any bells.
Really? Well, that is a surprise. I work in the same company as your fiance, Daniel. Well, I say work in the same company, but what I really mean is I'm the vice president of the company. One day soon, I'll be the president.
I didn't know the vice president was a woman.
Yes, well, I don't spend too much time in the office. You see, my father is the president. So that sort of makes me the next in line. Hence, vice president.
The company president's daughter. I see. So why is the president's daughter contacting me? More importantly, how did you get my number?
That's easy. I got your number from Daniel.
From Daniel? Why would he give it to you? I still don't understand why you are messaging me.
I just wanted to talk to you directly. Get some things off my chest. Things you need to hear.
What sort of things, exactly?
Look, I'll get straight to the point. I would like you to break up with Daniel.
Break up with him? What are you talking about?
I think your time with him has passed. It's time for you to let someone else enjoy him.
I'm sorry, I really don't understand what you're talking about. Why do I have to break up with him? Just because you say so. I mean, we are engaged to be married. Or don't you realize this?
Yes, you may think you are engaged. But tell me, has he met your parents yet? Has he asked your father for his approval yet? No, he hasn't, has he? So, therefore, he is still available.
How do you know that?
Do you need to ask? I heard it from Daniel directly. He told me all about how he was on his way to see them, but pulled out at the last minute.
That's right. We are in the process of reorganizing our schedules so that he can do it properly.
But it's still taken a few months and he hasn't gotten around to doing it yet. What do you think that could mean? Do you think perhaps it means he doesn't have the same intentions to marry you as before?
Doesn't have the intentions? How do you figure that?
Well, he pulled out of asking your father for permission. Both of your parents still haven't met him in person. And all the planning for the wedding has been put on hold. Think about that for a moment. Would someone who was actually planning on going through with a wedding put off the planning for so long? I don't think so. It's quite clear to me that he has lost interest in you, to a point that he can't stand being with you anymore and wants to break up.
Just a moment. Where are you getting this information from? Surely he didn't say any of this to you.
Indeed he did. He has been quite open to me of late. In fact, I do believe I have bumped into him almost every day over the past few months. We've had quite a few deep conversations.
You've seen him every day?
Yes, that's right. Not always at work, though. Sometimes it's after work finishes. Sometimes it's on the weekends. We'll go for coffee or lunch somewhere. It's pretty much a date every time we go out. And naturally, that's where love starts to bloom.
Love starts to bloom? What are you talking about? Are you saying he's been having an affair? With you?
I'd hardly call it an affair.
But we are engaged to be married. Of course it's an affair if he has been unfaithful.
I don't think it really matters, given that he's not going to be with you for much longer anyway.
But he's already engaged to me. Why would he go out and spend time with other women behind my back?
Surely the reasons are obvious. It's all your fault anyway.
My fault? How is that so?
Simple. You're poor.
Poor? How is that an excuse to call off the wedding?
I don't know. It's not my decision. But that's what he said. He said you wear some quite fashionable clothes, but that's all for show. Behind your facade is just a poor person with no real money to their name.
What does that even mean? Why would he say that? I mean, I'm not poor. Why would he think that?
Isn't it true? Your parents' house is a rundown old shack. As for me, I live in the penthouse suite of the high-rise in the center of the town. My father is the president of the engineering company that designed it. So when this building was under construction, he wielded his executive power to allow us to move into the top room. My father is a bit old-fashioned. He said he would prefer his son-in-law to take over his position. So that means I need to find myself a husband quick. My father is quite impressed with Daniel's work performance. He's happy to make him the next in line. So that's why I need you to get out of the picture.
The next president of your father's company? Daniel?
Naturally, my father will still be around to offer support. And I will be his loving wife, taking care of the home and making sure he has everything a company president should have. Dad has always said he wanted a son, especially a son who was willing to take over and keep the business running. At this point in his life, it's probably too late to have a son of his own. So the next best thing is for me to give him a son-in-law.
Let me get this straight, just to make sure I'm understanding the situation. You are the daughter of Daniel's company's CEO. He saw my parents' house and got the impression that it was a rundown dwelling with no value. Based on that, he decided that I was without wealth. And because of that, he changed over from me to you. Is that about the gist of it?
That's about right.
So he's had an affair. That's the short answer.
Yes, I guess you could say that. But it's not all his fault. A lot of the blame has to go on you. I don't blame him either. He showed me a picture of your parents' place. A picture he took as he was getting out of there the other week. And boy, was I surprised. I mean, there is old, and then there is OMG old. I know my penthouse suite is top of the line, but when comparing it to your parents' place, it makes my house look like a castle. Just looking at your parents' place made me feel dirty. Only someone with zero funds to their name could actually live there.
Yes, well, as you say, it is quite old. But that's actually what makes it quite special. It's the age that gives it the character.
That's the sort of thing that only the owners could say. Character? Is that your way of convincing yourself that it's actually livable? When I first saw the picture of the house, I thought it was from the dinosaur era. It was like a fossil.
A fossil?
Look, to summarize the current situation, you are poor. That's it. And Daniel has no intention to spend the rest of his life with you. He's going to get married to me, get groomed up to take over my father's company, and live a long and fruitful life with lots of wealth. The only hurdle left that's stopping it from happening is you. So I'd appreciate it if you let go of him so he may be free. And that's why I went out of my way to contact you today. Are we all clear now? Do you have any questions?
Not really. But there's something I would like to confirm. I highly doubt that he would be able to start dating you and go so far as to be in line to take over your father's company in just 2 months. Do you get what I'm saying? I get the feeling that you and he have been seeing each other for quite some time now. So all the time we were spending together and planning for our future, he was already spending time with you, too.
That is correct. You are a smart one. And here I was thinking you were just an aging old woman with nothing going for her. I'm so glad you still have your smarts. Yes, we've actually been an item for quite a while now. Before we got serious, I was totally into him. I mean, after all, he's totally my type. But when he said he had a girlfriend, that's when I upped my game. So, you might think this is new news to you, but actually, he's been mine for quite a while.
Okay, calm down a little bit, please. As much as I'd like to take your word, I'll need to talk to Daniel, too.
Sure thing! Go for it! There's nothing you could say or do that will change how he feels towards me. Just don't take too long, please.
Daniel? What exactly is the meaning of this? I just had a chat with someone claiming to be the daughter of your CEO. She said you have no intentions to go through with our marriage.
That's correct. Is there a problem?
Are you for real?
Look, I didn't know how to raise the issue with you directly. You know I'm not big on arguments and fighting. That, plus I didn't want to hurt your feelings. I knew you wouldn't take it very well. And after I had to come clean, I knew I couldn't stand watching you as you broke down in tears.
So that's why you had your bit on the side contact me?
I'm pretty sure you and Gladys had quite a decent conversation. I don't see the need to go into any more detail now. Let's just finish this up now and start our lives anew. After all, I can't spend the rest of my life with someone who's not in the same financial standing as myself.
Some financial standing.
That's right. In more basic language, I don't like poor people. I could see the future already. Your broke parents huddling around a rickety table, calling on us to buy them another packet of tea, because their government checks haven't cleared yet.
You are delusional. There's no way they would do that.
Man, I was so surprised when I got to the house. I mean, you always seem to wear some nice clothing, but as soon as I saw their house, I realized it was all for show. You can try and fool people with your external appearance, but there's no hiding the truth. Your family is poor. Perhaps you spent the last of your money to try and pimp yourself up a bit?
As much as I don't want to believe it, a funny feeling is starting to rise within me. Are you telling me you faked your sore stomach simply because you saw my parents' house and didn't like it? Were you just looking for an excuse to get out of there as quick as possible?
That should be pretty obvious. What type of a person would get a stomach ache simply from stress? I certainly wouldn't. It was all an act. As soon as I saw the house, I knew I couldn't go through with it. It was simply my human instincts kicking in, telling me to get out of there before it was too late. You know by now that I was two-timing you with Gladys. And to be honest, you were much more my type. Gladys is quite reckless with her spending, but she has a lot of money to spend. You also have a lot of high-quality goods and didn't seem to be concerned with your finances. So I figured we could have a pretty good future together. I was really looking forward to that prospect. But then when I learned that your family wasn't as wealthy as I thought, well, my feelings changed.
It's interesting you say that, but my family isn't poor.
It's too late trying to claim that now. After all, I saw the house with my own two eyes. You wouldn't believe how wretched it made me feel just to look at it. Anyways, Gladys said that if we were to get married, then I would definitely become the next in line to take over her father's company. I'm so glad I decided to switch over to her. Now my life is in cruise control. All I need to do now is finalize the paperwork and become her husband.
Don't you think you're being a little inconsiderate and selfish?
Not at all. All I'm doing is looking after number one. I need to make sure that my life is gonna be all right.
That's sort of the definition of selfish.
If you say so, but like I said, I'm doing what's right for me.
And what's right for you is breaking up with me?
Correctamundo. After all, your house is nearly fossilized, and you yourself are starting to get a little musty smell about you. It's only natural that I would choose a wealthy bride. There's no way I would spend my life with a pauper.
I understand. I hope you don't regret your decision.
Not a chance in hell.
Okay, well, seeing as how we never got very far with our wedding plans, it shouldn't be too much of a problem to cancel. I guess I'll have to contact the wedding planner ASAP. It's probably a good thing we never moved in together.
Yes, I'm glad that we never did that.
So it's agreed then. We will go our own ways, never to speak again.
Sounds good to me.
Okay, just wanted to make sure we were clear on that.
Hey, where are you at? Why don't you answer my calls?
What can I do for you? I thought we agreed never to speak again.
You haven't blocked my number on your phone. That tells me that you also had the intention to keep in contact.
Not at all. Don't get the wrong idea. I just simply forgot to block you. After all, I figured you would never want to call me anyway.
You are such a terrible liar. Anyway, that doesn't matter now. I figured that you were probably ready to come back to me by now.
Let me guess. You've seen the news.
News? What are you talking about?
Don't play dumb. There was an article in the paper just this morning. You know the one. Of course you do. It was on page 5 of the Times. The one about my new house on the beach in Hawaii. You saw that, panicked, and now think you can try to get me back?
What? No, not at all. I don't know what you're talking about. It was just that after we broke up, I had time to think about us. You know, distance makes the heart grow fonder and all of that. Gladys was okay, but she can't hold a candle to you.
I appreciate the compliment, but we're not getting back together. Just in case you're telling the truth about not reading the paper, recently I purchased a new house in Hawaii. And, like I said, we are done forever.
But why?
Something to do with you cheating on me, perhaps? Do you think I would take you back after what you did?
Yes, but I didn't know at the time.
Know what exactly?
I didn't know that you had enough money to purchase a house in Hawaii, of course. When you think about it, just because your parents' house is old and run down doesn't mean that you don't have any money, right? After all, you wear designer clothes and use high-brand accessories. As long as you stay clear of your parents so they don't leech off your money, there shouldn't be a problem. Our future looks bright.
There's something you haven't realized. My house in Hawaii? It was paid for by my father.
Your father paid for it? Oh, that's impossible.
Not really. He does have a lot more money than I do. It just made financial sense that he paid. Now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure my father is a lot wealthier than the boss at your company.
Have you lost your mind? That cannot be possible. Not when he lives in such an old, run-down place. If he had any money, he would definitely try fixing that place up.
Yes, you are right when you say it is old. So old, in fact, that it has been heritage listed by the state. It has something to do with its importance in our country's history.
Heritage listed? Doesn't that mean it's protected by the government?
For an architect, you're not very knowledgeable on buildings, are you? I guess people with no interest in history wouldn't realize the cultural significance the house has. If you have to know, it was built around the time of the American Revolution.
The Revolution? Like back in the 1700s?
Wow, you do know some history. I'm impressed. People who aren't aware of the house's significance would be excused for thinking it's just an old run-down property. But I'm rather proud of it. It's been in our family for the longest time, and seen many families grow up in it. I guess I often forget the price tag that comes along with it. When I was growing up and my father told me stories of the house's history, I was quite surprised. It turns out that our ancestors owned quite a fair bit of land, and it was passed along down the generations.
How much is a fair bit?
Oh, here and there. My father's real estate agent is also quite knowledgeable and was able to recommend a number of different properties he could purchase. Thanks to his advice, I'd say we own properties in more than 10 states. My parents are often traveling around to make sure all of their places are well looked after. That's why it was so tough to arrange our schedules for so long. It's very rare that they are at home for a long stretch of time.
A real estate agent? Recommending more properties? More than 10 states? So, you're telling the truth. Your dad really is loaded.
I couldn't give you an actual figure on what his net income is. But let me just say, he has never struggled financially in his life. Speaking of income, I just remembered a conversation I had with him last year. About 5 years ago, a high-rise apartment building was being constructed in the center of town. He saw the income potential from it, so he bought the top floor. You know, the penthouse suite. He's been renting that out since day one. The rent money is not bad at all. Say, don't Gladys's parents live in the penthouse suite of a high-rise apartment block in the center of town?
You have got to be kidding me, right? He owns that floor? Only the richest, most influential people can afford to rent places like that. To buy it would require another level of wealth. No, this can't be true. How could I not see this before? How could I let someone with more money than Gladys slip through my fingers?
I don't think it's right to judge a person based on their wealth alone.
Oh, come on, Rebecca. Let's patch things up between us. We can always go back to the way that we used to be. It's not too late. We can make it work.
There's no way we're going to get back together. It would never work. After all the things you've said and done, there's no way I could forgive or forget. You threw me aside like a piece of trash, and yet you think I will forgive you? You are deranged. I thought you were all set to become the next president of your company.
Look, I don't care about my career. I just want to be with you.
It's pretty obvious that that's a lie. Anyone could see that. And as for your so-called career, we both know there's no way you'd ever be promoted to any position of power.
What? No, that's not right. After all, if I chose Gladys, I would be the next in line for the company chair. After all, she is the daughter of the chairman.
Yes, but rumor has it that your company is in a bit of strife.
What are you talking about?
Oh, that's right. You're still just a regular employee at the moment. I guess the news hasn't been released to you regulars yet. You'll probably hear about it tomorrow when you go to work. Or maybe it'll be on the news tonight? It's quite a well-known story in the real estate world right now. There's been quite a number of despicable acts done by a certain company chairperson. Some of the under-the-table deals that were made simply in the name of profits. It would appear some rival companies caught wind of the dealings and were not too impressed. The company in question will be taken to court in the near future.
Taken to court? Is this company in question going to be sued?
That's what it looks like. The reputable real estate agencies have been aware of the actions for a while now, but only recently have they decided to take action. In the last few months, a number of them have cut ties already. You might remember, on a number of occasions, I suggested you change companies.
Now that you mention it, yes, you did say that on occasion.
I didn't have any hard proof at the time, but I had a sneaking suspicion that your company wasn't behaving in an ethical way. There were instances where accidents occurred in the buildings as a result of your company's mistakes. But every time, the people involved were unable to raise enough money to start legal proceedings. So the incident simply got swept under the rug. But over time, the number of dissatisfied clients got together and decided to pool their funds so that they could begin a lawsuit.
So they're actually going to sue my company?
That's the way it's going. And then as word got around, more and more people started popping up with complaints. A meeting was held at Town Hall the other week. They were only expecting a handful of people, but in the end, I heard there was almost 120 people in attendance. All of the people had some sort of complaint against your company. And with that number of people, it's only natural that some of them have connections. They brought along knowledgeable real estate agents, renowned engineers from other states, and some lawyers were there too. Instead of everyone suing individually, it sounds like they're going to deliver one big class action suit.
And if it goes to court, what's going to happen then?
With the amount of claims that the group has, I'm pretty sure they have a good chance of winning.
And what will happen if my company loses?
Well, I'm not a judge or a lawyer, so I can't really say. But my gut instinct is that the penalty imposed on your company would be rather severe, just based on the sheer number of cases. I highly doubt that the boss would be able to continue living in that penthouse suite.
So if this actually goes to court and my company loses as you predict, I'm gonna lose my job? And I won't become the vice CEO? Gladys and her father will lose their steady stream of income? That would probably make them broke.
That's not really my place to speculate on.
So you're saying that I shouldn't have chosen Gladys over you? I should have stayed with you all along.
That's also not for me to speculate on. What's done is done.
Hang on, didn't you say your father has ties with real estate agents? I'm an architect. It's not that different to real estate when you think about it. Can he just put in a good word and get me a job somewhere? I know I can do the right thing by him. I'll even take this opportunity to apologize for not seeing them the time that I faked my illness. I can put things right, I know I can. I'll meet them and formally ask for permission to take you as my wife.
I'm sorry to interrupt you in the middle of your excitement, but we are never getting back together, so you may as well save your breath. Anyway, my mother has already arranged for me to meet one of her colleagues' sons. Apparently, he is in the banking industry, single, interested in finding a wife and settling down. We are going on a date this weekend.
A date?
My mother has met him a few times already, when she popped over to their house for meetings. She speaks quite highly of him already. Personally, it doesn't matter to me if he is handsome or not. After all, I spent enough time dating you.
What's that supposed to mean?
I guess my standards when it comes to looks isn't very high. I was happy to ignore any physical downsides you had. But what I couldn't overlook was your true personality that you have shown in the last few months. There is no way I could forgive what you have done to me.
You don't have to be so mean. Please, I'm begging you, just give me one more chance. Surely you can do me that one little favor?
You have had your chance already. On many occasions, I gave you the opportunity to see my wealth. Yet every time you failed to understand. The biggest chance was when I showed you my parents' house. If you had have passed that test, we probably would have gotten married and been happily married right now. Anyone with the slightest ounce of historical knowledge would have seen the value and importance of that house. I would have thought an architect would have spotted it straight away. But not you. No, you had already decided that it was of no value and threw me aside to be with that hussy. How many more chances do I have to give you?
That was unfair. I was already under enough stress while having to meet your parents. So I wasn't thinking clearly. It's not my fault that I didn't know their house was that important.
Not knowing something is an excuse that is only acceptable from kids. Not from grown adults like yourself. Anyway, I have to get going. I have a new house in Hawaii that's calling for me. It's quite empty at the moment, so first I need to go and order some furniture for it. Hopefully the company can unpack it ready for my arrival. Have a nice life. Later! Oh, yes. Thanks for reminding me. I need to block you in my contact list. That's all from me. Goodbye. After that, I blocked Daniel from contacting me. I didn't hear any particulars, but apparently the actions of his company made the news headlines and caused quite a few waves. I think the company was going to file for bankruptcy. My father said something about that penthouse suite, how it was recently vacated. So I assume the company president was no longer able to afford it. I'm not sure if Daniel and Gladys stayed together after that. But a colleague of mine showed me his Instagram update, and he had posted something poetically pathetic about the sadness of loneliness. So it sounds to me like they didn't last for very long. Thank you for watching to the end. Please hit the like and subscribe buttons for more videos. Don't forget to leave us a comment down below, and we shall see you in the next one.